Right, hi everyone, welcome back. Now, before we get started this week, just remember to subscribe for more weekly videos. I do weekly videos on Trading 212 platform here in the UK. And yeah, let's get into the video. Now, looking at the portfolio this week, I think last week it was up like 4 point something percent. This week it's had a bit of a jump to 7.1. I've put another couple of £100 in, I think. I'm not 100% sure. But before we get into it, I'd seen the UK GDP figures this week come out, and any sort of hopes of an early V-shaped recovery have sort of gone, because GDP only rose 1.8%, and that was well down on the 5.5 estimates. So as it stands right now, there's not a sort of V-shaped recovery. And also, when we factor in that the furlough scheme is going to end in the next coming months, there's going to be a lot of redundancies, because the landscape's changed at the moment. And also, with all the sort of uncertainty over, the second wave and everything that's coming, all these things mixed together are just sort of not the best conditions for sort of confidence in the market. So, well, I'll talk about my strategy later on, exactly what I'm doing with my money in regards to, this investment portfolio going forward. So, what have I been doing this week? So, I've bought some shares in Apple this week. Only 0.2 shares, which is £60. That's one amazing feature of having the fractional shares on this platform, because it enables me to be able to just put little bits of money in and be able to buy into great companies like Apple. Otherwise I'd have had to buy straight into them. And obviously, as you can see, the price has gone down almost 1%. So if this price goes down again by another 2% next week or whatever, it might go up. I can then buy a little bit more, and I can average into one whole share, which is fantastic. But yeah, for me, it's one company that I regretted not buying back in March when I was picking up a few shares, because, it's a colossus and the business model is fantastic going into the future as well. And it's not just based on the products, they've got lots and lots of other things. And they're also going down a similar route to Microsoft, where they've got cloud and sort of subscription services. So they have a lot of regular cash coming in. What else did I buy? I did buy something else. Oh, MJ Gleeson, which is like a home builder, affordable home builder here in the UK. Another one that's going to be good for the future. Pay a dividend as well, actually. 3.3%, which is pretty cool. The financials on them look pretty strong, and they're in a sort of section of the market where there's massive demand. And regardless of what's going to happen job-wise, if you're in the sector of more affordable housing, in the future, that's going to be one that will still see growth, in my opinion, anyway. What else did I get? Oh, we bought some Tesla, can you believe? Now, when you've seen the price of Tesla, and you see that I've bought £11 of Tesla, it's crazy, isn't it, really? But again, you've got to start somewhere. So to me, I can see Tesla going over $2,000. It's been a bit choppy this week, though. Yeah, this is going to be one of the most stable weeks for it for a long time, 3% this week. So it was up at $17.66, and then we had a bit of a drop down to $1,500. It even come down to, what's that, $14.58, which is pretty cheap at the moment anyway. I still think it's massively overvalued right now, but when you look at the fundamentals of the business and things in the future, and also with me owning a business and stuff, the way they've positioned themselves and the marketing and the sort of the feeling around Elon Musk is on the tip of everyone's tongue. It just has that feeling of a company that will just keep going on a massive bull run going into the future. Now, it might not be in the short term, but definitely over the long term, this is going to be one I'm going to be putting money into. But again, before you put any money in, you want to make sure that this is you can accept losing money, because companies like this, although the fundamentals are very strong, things can go wrong very quickly. So, and I'd imagine if Elon Musk ever left, things could change quite quickly. But yeah, that's Tesla. But yeah, still again 0.01 shares. So and that's up just over 0.5%, which is pretty cool. But yeah, a couple of people have asked me what my investment strategy is, and at the moment, my investment strategy is putting in usually about £100 a week, maybe a little bit more. Usually my aim was about £500 a month. But what I'm also doing is I'm holding back quite a lot of cash, because I do feel there'll be another correction, in the market. I don't think a crash correction, whatever you want to call it. It just doesn't feel like this sort of price rally at the moment is sustainable to me. But, things are crazy. They really are crazy at the moment. It could be priced into the market. Nobody really knows, and a lot of people are making these clickbaity videos saying that the crash is coming, it's going to be on this date, quick sell this. And, there's been a lot of YouTubers, without naming names, who have sold a lot of stocks before this. And fair play to them, because they're putting their money where their mouth is, and, they weren't just sort of scaring everyone into clicking on the video. And they've missed out on huge amount of profit and gains over these last couple of months as the market's recovered and rallied. And even if they're buy-in, if the market, tanked another 20%, they're not going to recover those gains. So, their money's been sat, not working for them, essentially. But this is why it comes down to what is your own personal strategy. Now, like I said, for me, I'm just dripping money in every week, because the market's been, fairly volatile, but mainly going up, depending what sector you're in. It's been an okay strategy so far, so I'll stick with it, but I'll definitely be changing my strategy in the future once we have a little bit more of, information. We find out what's going on with this virus thing, and we also get a little bit more like economic data, and we can see what's happening in the job market and things like that. But it's going to be interesting when this furlough scheme in the UK ends, because basically it seems like it's a way of delaying a lot of job losses at the moment. And the more and more people I speak to within sort of business, and it's across different sectors, they're all pretty much, they've told a lot of the staff, when this furlough scheme ends, we're going to be letting you go. So a lot of them have, said to the staff, we're giving you a couple of months heads up, so they've sort of helped the staff in a way, because, they know it's coming. So it's better to let the staff know and be honest with them. There'll be lots of companies who are not being honest with the staff, and, the staff will think they're going back to a job, and there won't be a job for them. But we need to find out, when the dust settles from all this, we need to find out what's actually going to happen, and how sort of the markets and everything will respond to it. But yeah, to me, that's my strategy. So for anyone who asked, my strategy is pretty much keep dripping money in every week, and I'm holding, a decent amount of cash back. A really big portion of my portfolio I'm holding back for what I need to invest in. That's just how I feel, Obviously I could miss out on a lot of gains, but that's just how it is. You've got to go with your own strategy. You can't just be looking at everyone else all the time. You have got to pick a strategy and stick with it. But don't be rigid with it and stick with it for no reason. But yeah, other than that, it's jumped up 3% this week, so it's not too bad. I did want to just show, since I started this, so I started in, April the 6th, I think. This is how much dividends we've had so far, £7.30. So that's not too bad, considering it's only been going a couple of months. It's really not too bad. So it'd be interesting to see what that's like after a year. So we'll come back and check that one out. But yeah, that'll do it for now then, guys, and I'll speak to you all next week.